School and work, you are going to hear and see things that pull you away from your deen, and it is so important that you have the discipline to stay away or not accept what people are saying or seeing or talking about or doing. It can be very, very performative, and it is also very, very difficult at times to not feel like, well, maybe I should be doing that, maybe I should be saying that, maybe I should act that way. Really ground yourself. You're going to see things, you're going to hear things that pull you away from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and it is just so, so important that you guard your heart and your time. Understand that some people don't have the best intentions for you. Some people don't have the best intentions for themselves. Being able to identify those with the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala within your dua, within your adhkar, within your salah, everything is going to ground you back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Being able to look at a group of people and be like, yeah, that's not the type of group I want to be a part of, and that's okay. You don't need to fit in, you don't need to be like everyone else. And that is something I find incredibly difficult when it comes into like college or high school, even, because it's very difficult to not absorb that kind of behavior, and it's very difficult to stay away from it, because if everyone around you is doing it, you feel like, well, why not, why wouldn't I, I'm not gonna have any friends if I don't do or say X, Y, and Z. And also understanding that sometimes when you're overwhelmed or you are stressed, it is very easy to fall into the bad habits and the bad mindsets and the bad everything. So whether it's gossiping at work or with your friends, or skipping your salah because you guys want to go hang out at a coffee shop, or neglecting the Quran because you have too much to study, all those things happen when you are overworked or overwhelmed or overstimulated or whatever it may be. And now I personally try to be more intentional with where I'm putting my time. If I don't feel like hanging out with those people, I'm not going to be hanging out with those people. If I don't feel like those people are serving me and my iman and my deen, I'm not going to be hanging out with you. And I'm so quick to cut people off because I'm protecting my peace and my iman and my dua. Now I personally try to be super intentional with who I'm hanging out with, how I'm acting, how I carry myself, where's my time going, where are my words going, and how are my words and actions affecting other people? Is it positive? Is it negative? Being very, very intentional with everything that you do is it's the key to life. You have to be that way. So some tips that I have for this type of thing, especially because this is probably the more difficult one to get across, and I think I want to make a completely separate video on just this topic here. Let me know what y'all feel like. But some tips that I have for this category here is to surround yourself with people that remind you of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If your friend group is out doing crazy stuff that you don't really align with or you don't feel comfortable with, don't hang out with those type of people, because the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that you need to be very aware of the people you're around, because you will turn into them. And in American or English terms, a lot of people say that you are the average of your friend group. So if you don't like your friend group, or they're all weird and crazy, you're the average of them, because their actions are influencing you, even if you don't think that they are. If you're like, no, but I'm not out doing these crazy things, or I'm not acting that way, or I'm not talking like this or behaving like this, you are the average of them, because you are slowly absorbing that kind of behavior. And so you need to be very, very careful of who you're surrounding yourself with. So if you feel like your friend groups are not benefiting you, it is probably best to just be alone. I would rather be alone than be around the wrong group of people. And that is something that a lot of people have a difficult time adjusting to, or even like considering. I think that's also something that we all need to work on as a society, is to be okay with being alone for once. This one tip is going for far too long, but I seriously, it is such a big deal to me. This entire section here is like my whole existence. I could talk about this for days. Surround yourself with people that make you closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and if they don't, cut them off and work on yourself. It is not that difficult. A lot of people make it more difficult than it seems, and it is not that crazy. It is okay for you to be alone. It is okay for you to take the time to work on your iman and your deen and strengthen your deen. Like, that is far more rewarding than being around the wrong group of people that could actually drag you away from your deen and your salah and all of that. So be very, very cautious of who you're around.